Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? You are now watching Al Cobb Vlogs. I know y'all missed me. This video right here is explaining in depth of what you really need to know in order to pass the 955 test, how to study for it. So let's get into it. So, thank y'all everyone for subscribing first and foremost. If y'all have been subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you've not, please subscribe to the channel. Now I'm gonna help you out real big right now, real big. Okay, so what I did was I searched up basic things you need to know as a warehouse mechanic right here on Google, and then the AI overview tells you what you need to know, essential knowledge. We could go over this right now. So the essential knowledge for warehouse mechanics. Becoming a successful warehouse mechanic involves understanding the tools, equipment, safety procedures, and troubleshooting methods crucial for a well-maintained and efficient warehouse environment. What we are there for is to maintain the equipment that is in the building. We are not there for construction. We are here to maintain the building, to maintain operations running, to maintain. We are maintenance. Yes, that means you have to clean. Yes, that means you have to pick up things. Yes, that means you have to take things apart and put it back together. Okay, let's move on. So here are the key areas to focus on. So first we have safety first. If y'all did not watch my interview video, come on. I really hope y'all watch my interview video where I practice safety over and over and over again. So safety is always first. You got to remember this. Safety is always first. It doesn't matter what's going on. If it's not safe to do the practices, let your manager, let your supervisor know that it is not safe to do it. And then you explain to them, and sometimes they'll agree with you, sometimes they won't. For the most part, if it's a true safety problem, you let them know and they'll agree. After you explain to them, I don't believe that that is a safe practice right there. And they be like, okay, well, just wait till this, and this happens, and then go ahead. All right? So understanding and adhering to safety protocols. Familiarize yourself with and consistently follow all company and OSHA safety guidelines. You have to. You want to stay alive? We want you to stay alive. I want you to stay alive. I want to see you come back to my channel and tell me your stories. A lot of people I meet in maintenance currently have a lot of stories. And it's great to meet these people. It's also great to have this channel because a lot of people will come and talk to me because this is how they know me now. So forklift safety, you have to know forklift safety. If you do not know forklift safety, just make sure you are forklift certified before you get on the forklift. Okay, so y'all can read that one yourself, but a main one for maintenance is lockout tagout procedures. Be aware of and follow proper procedures for disabling machinery during maintenance to prevent accidental startups. Now, for the most part, at most facilities, at most places, we have a window to where we can do PMs, which I'll get into a little bit later down this. So the next thing is hazardous communication. Recognize and understand the potential hazards posed by materials and chemicals in the warehouse, and know how to access and interpret safety data sheets, SDSs, it's an acronym for it. So y'all gotta know what's hazard, what's not. In most places they'll have labels, so you'll know if it's hazardous or if it's not. And make sure you look at everything around stuff before you start working on anything. And then make sure that you have on your PPE, personal protective equipment. And your company should provide you with the correct PPE in order for you to make it through, but you have to know what PPE is. So always wear the appropriate PPE for each task, such as hard hats, steel toe boots, high visibility vests, gloves, and eye and hearing protection. Make sure you take care of your eyes. Make sure you take care of your ears, because if you work in loud places, now we got watches and phones that'll let you know if it's loud noises around you, and you got to pay attention to that. All right, so fire and safety, emergency preparedness, know the location and use of fire extinguishers, understand evacuation procedures, and be prepared for other potential emergencies. Now, as a mechanic, a lot of people think that I'm just here to work on the equipment and that's it. We are the ones that work in this building and work on this building. We actually know this building better than the building knows itself. And you have to know the safety procedures where these fire extinguishers are. You know, you have to know the protocol to take if an emergency happens. If you don't know these steps, something could go horribly wrong. And we don't want that to happen, right? Because we like our job, we love ourselves. We like to look out for people. Don't mean you have to be a fireman if there's a fire. You know, you don't have to, like, if it's a huge fire, you don't got to be a fireman. But if you could get ahead of something, get ahead of it, right? Because it is a part of your job as well. You know safety because you practice safety, and that's why you are in maintenance. That sums up the first part of this video. I'm gonna go into the next section on the next video, so make sure y'all like, y'all comment. You know, y'all can also search this up and read it along with me, or if you drop a comment below. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm Al Cobb. This is Al Cobb Vlogs, and I'll see y'all on the next one.